is going on, people? Again, like I said, I'm in Houston. I ain't putting on no goddamn shirt. It's 95 goddamn degrees outside. And I'm sitting there, I'm watching the game, so it's halftime right now. So, Texas are winning. It's 14-13 at half. So this is the third game in a row where the Texans have been up. You know what I'm saying? So, and they get the ball at, come the third quarter. So, we gonna see what the fuck they do. Again, the running game, they got good running backs. It's the same shit. Why can't our receivers get open? We had a couple of big plays, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, it's the same shit. Why the fuck can't we get open? The last scoring drive we did was all Damian Pierce. You know what I'm saying? It was all Damian Pierce. Like they just literally ran the ball up the fucking field and scored a fucking touchdown. But when they come to the goddamn passing game, I don't know if it's Pep Hamilton and his offense. I don't want to blame Davis Mills. I'm still going to say that we ain't got adequate receivers. But it's a disproportionate amount of times. I'm thinking like you always have like an out route or some shit like that. But why is the ball always being thrown out of fucking bounds? I don't know whether to blame the play call, whether the play call is the actual the play. That's the end result of the play. You throwing a fucking tiptoe pass on the fucking sideline. I don't see what that's. I'm not in the fucking NFL. I ain't no goddamn coach, but that would not be something I would, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You want the whole design is you to throw the ball out of fucking bounds where can't nobody catch it, but your goddamn receiver. But he got to be a fucking a fucking ballerina and shit, trying to catch the ball and do this fucking dance on the fucking sideline to keep his feet in. That don't seem very fucking reliable to me. That's like that loft pass in the fucking back of the end zone. You know what I'm saying? You throw that loft pass in the back of the fucking end zone. It's going way the fuck out of bounds. The receiver got to do some amazing ass bullshit to be able to come down with the goddamn ball. But I don't know. That's what I'm seeing. It's like early in the game, they did that one out of bounds shit. Brandon Cooks caught the ball and he barely couldn't get his foot in. And I'm steady saying, why the fuck is that even a fucking play? Why? I see it way too often with the goddamn Texans. We had one play with Chris Moore caught the ball on like a crossing route, and I think I'm thinking I don't know. I don't remember shit like, but I'm thinking we had two like moderate pass plays. One was like Chris Moore, it was like 50-something yards. And then we had another decent catch from fucking, what's that? Goddamn receiver, Cooks. From Cooks. And I'm like, okay. But even even with Cooks, when that little pass he caught, it was like a comeback route, right? You know what I'm saying? The dude is like Cooks right here. Did I turn off my TV? God damn it. Cooks right here. He run the route, he come back, catch the ball. The dude is like right here on him. You know what I'm saying? Like right here. And that's how it always is with the goddamn Texans. Going back for fucking ever. Why the fuck is my shit not on here? Shit is bullshit. Yeah, it's just like, why? It's just, these motherfuckers is always right the fuck on them. That is so fucking frustrating for me to watch. Anyway, that's it. I'll be talking about that a whole lot more depending on how the fuck this second half goes. Hopefully they can they had some streaks on except for that last possession of the first half, which is just fucking awful. I'm like, really, dude, you can't do no more than fucking 3 and out. with 2 minutes on the clock. It just, I don't know. And it was one of them things where Davis Mills, we got a pocket passer. We don't have a Justin Fields or anybody the fuck else that's going to be like, oh shit, I got to run and take off with the goddamn ball. You know what I'm saying? No. We got fucking Davis Mills. He a pocket passer. That's what the fuck he is. If that motherfucker take off running with the ball, something went terribly wrong. Even though I seen him run with the ball last week and it got called back, which was, I mean, if you just look at it on camera, he was moving kind of goddamn fast. I ain't gonna say he's just a speedster or whatever, but you know, you do like 6'5", 6'6", or some shit like that. You know, usually when they legs get going, they move kind of fast. I'm sitting there looking at it, I was like, damn, he actually moving kind of fast. But you don't want him doing that. I don't like the way Davis Mills look in his football uniform either. I have to kind of look past that. It's just how I'm looking, I'm like, ugh. If I was standing up next to Davis Mills, I'd probably look like a little pipsqueak. I'm 6'3", I'm 250 pounds. But he's taller than me. If I stand up like that. But he looks weird in his little tiny shoulder back pads, and the little helmet. You know, when you wear those little pads around the small quarterback pads, when you that tall, make your neck look extra long, and it look weird. It's whatever though. I don't have a problem with Davis Mills, even though when I see him do shit, it's usually because the line done kind of broke down a little bit, or the receivers can't get open, which is gonna make your quarterback look bad. A lot of people gonna talk shit about Davis Mills, but if your line don't hold nobody, it's gonna look, your quarterback gonna look shitty. If your receivers can't get open like ours, we had one, Nico Collins caught one goddamn pass on a slant route. I'm like, he caught a pass where with nobody on him, and it was a slant route where he didn't have no resistance offline. It was an obvious zone, and it was like a slant. They threw it to him. He caught the ball. Okay, and once I seen the replay, I was like, well, of course, didn't nobody try to hold him. Anytime anybody play any kind of defense on our receivers, they don't get open. We don't got nobody that get no separation at all. They always talking about fucking or at least the people that's usually calling this game, they want to bring up, I can't even remember the Cooks. They always bring up Cooks. Cooks is the fastest guy on the team. Who the fuck cares? It don't matter. He ain't getting no separation from nobody either. He the fastest guy on the team, and he ain't getting no separation. And he like the fastest and quickest other than Chris Moore. I'm like, shit. What the fuck does it matter? If he the fastest dude on the team, but he make the catches, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, but I'm talking about, we don't get no separation. Ain't no catch and run shit going on with the Texans other than this one goddamn play that we had earlier with Chris Moore. They get ready to do the kickoff now, so I'm gonna do some more fussing after this shit right here and see what the fucking Texans do. So I'm gonna catch y'all in a little bit. All right, people. So this is about to be the end of the fucking Texans game right here. You see what they gonna do. Well, it's a field goal for the end of the game. That's what's gonna happen. The Texans done fucked it up. So let's just do, and Texans lose. Yeah. The Texans lost this game. The more I'm watching, the more I'm just like, they might need to restart the rebuild. Look at Davis Mills, goofy looking ass. 23-20. 23-20. You know, you can only have so much shit go in your direction during the game, and you still not fucking win. It's a bad combination of shit going on with the Texans right now, where they able to give you a glimpse. They're able to give you a glimpse of, okay, we got some potential over here, which they do on the defensive side of the ball, because, you know, it's kind of obvious. And then they got a bunch of veterans on, well, they got some veteran players as far as the linebackers and stuff. But, you know, defense, they make plays. They can't stop the run worth of shit. They don't tackle worth of shit. But at the end of the day, the defense, you know, does what the fuck it's supposed to do. But how the fuck? Justin Fields of all goddamn people. I'm like, we lost against him? That dude sucks. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Justin Fields sucks. He gonna be like the rest of those Ohio State quarterbacks that just he play a couple of years. Where the fuck that prior dude at? What happened to him? He gonna be like them. He gonna play for the then, and they just gonna have to graduate from him because I don't see that dude doing nothing. But man, the Texans, man, it's a combination of shit. I ain't gonna say shit about the defensive side of the ball, other than the fact they can't stop the run. But dude, they have. I'm watching, okay, and I'm sitting here. I'm trying to be understanding of the situation. I can only pull out this shit about young players and all this other stuff for so long when you in these games and you losing them. You know what I'm saying? You losing the games. They not beating you. You giving them the fucking game. That didn't happen 3 weeks in a goddamn row with this goddamn team. They done given away 3 games in a row, starting the fucking season. And I'm like, you know, my support can only go so goddamn far. I'm like what? I'm gonna cancel my goddamn cancel my fucking what's that? My Hulu. I'm like, you know what? I'm just not gonna bother watching them. I'm not gonna bother watching them because this shit is fucking ridiculous. It is. And Miami just beat the fucking Bills. Miami just spanking everybody damn body this year, one way or another. I don't watch the fucking game. This is the end of the game, and it's a player. Everybody's on the everybody's on the field. Are they gonna help me do that? Hold on, let me see what the fuck going on. It's like a dude got injured on the goddamn last play of the game. Is he injured or is his pride injured? You know how motherfuckers is. I don't know. This is a whole nother game that Miami and Buffalo, fuck that. But I probably need to start rooting for one of them motherfuckers. Shit. I'm sitting over here watching the fucking Texans. I'm like, okay, let's see what they do. All right, let's see what they do. Damn, he tearing shit up. Somebody in the booth on the Bills side of the, I'm pretty sure that happens a lot. You don't see motherfuckers on the sideline. The head coaches and coordinators, for the most part, got to keep that cool. This is a motherfucker up in the booth. He was throwing shit and smashing shit all over the goddamn place. Like, and you know what? I get it. Because y'all see me talking right now. I don't have my Bluetooth in, so I got to talk to make sure my phone can catch me from over there. But, man, look at here. When you talk about screaming and hollering, I'm going to have to do a live feed or a stream or something while I'm watching the fucking game. You ain't heard a motherfucker start screaming and hollering until you watch me watch the goddamn game. I get that shit from my dad. Oh, my goodness. I screamed like a motherfucker. Was it a third down? They did this shit twice in the game. When you need fucking yards. You need 7, 8 yards. You third and long, motherfucker. And they run a screen to fucking Farrell Brown. They run a screen to fucking Farrell Brown. The biggest, slowest motherfucker receiver you got. He a fucking tight end. He the biggest, slowest receiver you got. And they run a fucking screen with him when they need fucking 7 or 8 yards. They did it twice. Twice! They did it fucking twice. Later on in the game, same thing. They run a screen. I'm sitting there watching a game. They run a goddamn screen to somebody and they get tackled. As soon as they get this goddamn ball, and I look and I say, Brown, why the fuck would you do that again? Why is that even still in your fucking playbook with this roster you have? There's no tight end other than Brevin Jordan, who is fucking hurt right now, that you would run a screen with your tight end. It's not fucking Travis fucking Kelce. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is wrong with you? The play calling is one thing. Because I don't think they understand they personnel. I don't think they do. I'm sitting there watching. The run game is doing all right. For whatever reason, and what's his name got his own ass bench. He can't hold on to the fucking ball. Pierce fumbled the ball twice this game, and they just took him out the game. You know, you fumble the ball in the fourth quarter, they literally just took him out the game. They put Burkhead in there, which ain't that big a damn deal. Burkhead is fine. You know what I'm saying? You know, if it ain't no holes, Pierce ain't going nowhere. If it ain't no holes, Burkhead ain't going nowhere. If it's a hole there, Burkhead will get through there and get you about 3, 4, 5 yards. You know what I'm saying? If it's a hole there, you know, Pierce can get through there and get you about 3, 4, 5, and then maybe break an extra tackle or two to get some more yards out of that. But like I say, the disparity ain't to the point where it's like, okay, we gotta leave this motherfucker. No, you was doing good until you dropped the fucking ball the second time, and then the coaches just took you out because it's fourth quarter. You look around, you don't play for the goddamn Patriots. You might not have to play for a couple of weeks. Fuck around with Belichick and them motherfuckers. But the offense is so out of goddamn sync, man. One of the announcers said the same thing. They say, man, they need another receiver other than Brandon Cooks, because I think Brandon Cooks might have caught only 2 passes this game. You know what I'm saying? That's your top receiver. He got two receptions. He got 2 receptions. What the? I don't know, man. The offense just doesn't consistently work, and it's funny that the offense doesn't work in the fourth quarter at all. You know what I'm saying? Them getting up the field and scoring some points or getting in the field goal range is not that out of sight. You're like, okay, boom, they done moved the ball up the field. You know what I'm saying? It's like if they done it once or twice in the game, then they done used up all their offense already. They don't have nothing else left for the rest of the goddamn game. They scored 20 goddamn points, so the offense has to work at least a little bit. But I don't get it, man. I just don't. I just don't, man. It's what the. It's like the opposite of what happens when Deshaun Watson was here. 1, 2, 3. If the play break down, if the ball ain't out of fucking Brad Mills, who the fuck is that? Davis Mills. If the ball is not out of I just made that name up. I'm gonna say it again. It's out of Davis Mills' hands in 3 goddamn seconds. Ain't nothing better happen. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no getting out the pocket and extending the fucking play. It's not. Did they try to change the pace a little bit like they used to? Like they did the previous couple of weeks? Where they'll stick Driscoll in the game? Or some shit like that? No, they didn't do that. Didn't really think they needed to, but they didn't do it. They did it in previous weeks. Those ain't nothing but usually running plays anyway. They need to have that shit done where Driscoll come in there and everybody be like, yeah, they finna run this Wildcat shit. And Driscoll be like, and throw that bitch down goddamn field. He a goddamn quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He a quarterback. Why wouldn't he be able to do it? I'm pretty sure he throw passes in practice. But they don't have no receivers, man. And then it's to the point now where I already said this. You can't have Brandon Cooks being your top fucking receiver. It's just not. It's not the deal. They need one of those day one receivers. You know what I'm saying? They need a day one receiver. Not somebody you drafted in the 3rd, 4th, 5th goddamn round. No, you need a receiver that's there. Boom. Everybody and their mama want them. If a motherfucker is sitting there and fucking, if a motherfucker is sitting there in the fourth round or some shit like that, then you know what? It's probably the reason why everybody passing on it, because I'm pretty sure a whole bunch of other motherfuckers that got picked. Unless you, even small school motherfuckers. It's like, man, we don't have no fucking receivers to run whatever the type of offense that we want to run. We just fucking don't. Running back, okay, you can stick damn near anybody back there running back. You know what I'm saying? That's your offensive line's fault. Responsibility is to make sure the running back got somewhere to run. It don't matter who the fuck back there. And the shit ain't happening. They ran the ball pretty good today, but for whatever reason, you can't never find motherfuckers downfield open. 3, maybe 4 times they found people like literally downfield open. Farrell Brown, the big slow motherfucker they threw the fucking screens to, they threw one fucking pass to him down the field 20-something yards. You know what I'm saying? And he dragged a couple of motherfuckers along with him before they tackled him, because he's a big ass dude. He's the biggest fucking guy on the goddamn field damn near. Big ass dude. Big ass tight end. He ain't somebody you fucking throw screen passes to though. I don't know where the fuck they get that shit from. But he caught a hole in the zone. So when they threw him the ball, it was like he was that in the middle of the field by his goddamn self. You know what? Yeah, there go that interception that Davis Mills threw. Damn, he actually tackled that motherfucker. I was getting ready to say something too. I was like, look at Davis Mills' retarded ass out there about to try to look like a damn fool tackling somebody. You know how quarterbacks look real stupid trying to tackle people. He didn't like grab the dude, but he did look stupid, but he was actually able to like fall backwards and hit his leg and he fell. I'm like, that dude fell out off of that? Fuck around and hurt your shoulder like that too. But man, the offense has to be fine-tuned. Pep Hamilton or whoever the fuck, dude, this is your fucking offense. You know what I'm saying? You need to fine-tune that shit to the players you have, not to what the fuck you want to do. You want to run this, they running the ball just fine for the most part until later on in the game where the shit just wasn't working no more. I don't know if you need to grab all your offensive linemen and make them motherfuckers run some extra wind sprints during practice so they have some endurance at the end of the game. I don't know what the fuck you need to do, but it's clear at the end of the game, them motherfuckers ain't got no gas left. You know what I'm saying? And that shit don't seem to be happening to the other teams. You know what I'm saying? Our team, fourth quarter come, we ain't got nothing left. Nothing works. A little bit on defense, but on the offense, though, nothing work in the fucking fourth quarter. Nothing. That's not the case for other teams. It's baffling to sit here and watch this shit because you see flashes of the offense moving the ball up the fucking field. Like, what's that word? Methodically. You know what I'm saying? Which is what they have to do because they don't have no big time play breakers. You know what I'm saying? Only person that I would think from what I've seen from the Texans is Chris Moore. You know what I'm saying? That's the only person I've seen that just be like, boom. That's because I've seen him do it before, but that was last year. You know what I'm saying? That was last year. I ain't never seen Brandon Cooks do it. I'm pretty sure he can. They always talking about he the fastest guy on the team. But, what I see out of Brandon Cooks is the same thing we got out of Andre Johnson. You get somebody that can run upfield, run a hitch route, catch the ball and get tackled. Run up the field, run a hitch route, catch the ball and get tackled. That's what you want out of fucking Nico Collins. They always talk about, Nico Collins, he caught a pass. I said, that's what you need, a big receiver, 6'4", 215. Sound like 6'4", 215 pounds. That's pretty goddamn scrawny. You see me? You see this? You see how I look? I'm 6'3". I weigh 261 goddamn pounds. Look at this. Look at this. You see this? I'm not no big fat dude. I'm just a normal little motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a normal little motherfucker. I weigh 261 pounds. I'm 6'3". If I weigh 215 pounds, I damn near disappear. I don't even remember weighing 215 pounds. I've been 6'3" or 6'2", over 220 pounds since I was in fucking junior high school. 6'4", 215 is not big. You tall and fucking skinny, which is fine for a goddamn receiver. But I mean, it's a reason 6'3", 6'4", 200, barely over fucking 200 pounds. And you at that height and weight, you supposed to be blazing by a motherfucker. You supposed to be like fucking Randy Moss, dude. You know what I'm saying? 6'4", 215, you supposed to be flying, nigga. You supposed to be flying. You can't be 6'4", 215 pounds running average. You know, at 4'6", 4'7", motherfucker, some shit like that. I was 6'3", 250 pounds in fucking high school running 4.5 40. You know what I'm saying? That's like the minimum you need to be. Unless you like an extra big body motherfucker. We don't have that. We need that. We need a big ass fucking receiver. You know, we do. We need a big ass fucking receiver that can run down and catch those fucking, all those little passes they throw to Cooks. Those need to go to somebody fucking 6'4", not somebody 5'10". You know what I'm saying? He need to be like his ass. He's fucking fast as hell. He need to be in the fucking slot. I don't know where the fuck he line up at. I can't see the fucking screen that good. But he always on the fucking sideline, going for those fucking out routes, running out of fucking bounds, or a little hitch route on the sideline. Brandon Cooks need to be somewhere, one of them little irritating ass motherfuckers that run around in the slot. They get the mismatch on the nickel or one of the safeties. That's what Brandon Cooks need to be. He don't need to be on the fucking outside. Outside, lead it outside for the big motherfuckers. And we should have, I don't even know what other fucking receivers they got, because the only other receivers they have a name, we got what, Dorsett. We got Dorsett. Been around, I mean, Dorsett been around a long time. He a veteran receiver, you know what I'm saying? But he like having another fucking Brandon Cooks. We already got one of those. You know what I'm saying? We got fucking Chris Moore. Well, I mean, he another little receiver. We need some motherfuckers that got Nico Collins size, but Brandon Cooks type of speed. Or if you get somebody with that kind of size, at least let him have the I don't know what the fuck you call it, the skills to be able to catch the ball contested. You know what I'm saying? I can say that because, you know, the receivers I'm used to looking at down here, that's what they had to do. Like I say, Andre Johnson, that's what he had to do. He run. All I ever see him do was run comeback routes. That's it. I ain't never seen that motherfucker run shit else. I ain't never seen him catch a post. Well, I probably have, but it's always the same shit. And it's the same when we got Hopkins. Hopkins the same shit. Everything he catches, he just happened to be one of them motherfuckers with glue on his hands. He can just catch shit. He don't have to get both hands on the ball to catch. It's weird, but we don't have that. Brandon Cooks don't have that. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Cooks would be amazing if he was just 3 inches fucking taller. You know what I'm saying? It's just, if Brandon Cooks was 6'1" or 6'2", you know what I'm saying? I think that dude said he was 5'10". The fact that he's 5'10", and you know what? More power to him. But he cannot be your top receiver. I'm sorry, he can't. He cannot be your wide receiver if you're going to be on a successful football team. You need somebody to balance that out. He needs to be the recipient of mismatches. You know what I'm saying? He needs to be the recipient of mismatches or shifted coverage, which means they double team the big motherfucker they're scared of, and they leave him one-on-one with somebody, which he should always fucking win. Brandon Cook should always win a one-on-one with somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's just how the fuck it is. That's why you need somebody like that, but you need somebody that's just as good as him, but bigger. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that. You got somebody that's bigger, but he's nowhere as good. I mean, it's his second year in the league. You know, Nico Collins or whatever. On paper, when they got him, I was like, okay, all right, that's good. Last year, but even going through last year, watching them last year, I was just like, I don't see nothing out of this dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing out of this dude. And then this year, it's just, I don't see nothing out of this dude. I just don't. You see other receivers elsewhere, first and second year guys, blowing shit up. Not here. Not here. You know what I'm saying? Not the fuck here. And I'm gonna be like this all goddamn season. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna bitch and I'm gonna complain. I still stand by the fact that I give them some slack because it's a young team. But they gotta get the coaching down. Pep Hamilton has got to find a way to fine-tune his offense to his players. You can't be running screens to your fucking tight end when you running the screen to the biggest, slowest tight end you got. That don't make no sense. There's no tight end on this team you would want to run a fucking screen pass to other than Brevin Jordan. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know, he's like a small tight end. He's a fucking receiver. He ain't the one you gonna help on the end of the line fucking blocking, defensive ends and no shit like that. But I don't think I think he a good receiver. I don't think he's a guy you would run a fucking screen pass to. You got to do shit like that to catch people off guard. But you ain't catching people off guard. Because all the off shit that the Texans did today, other than the fake punt, didn't work. It just didn't. The play action, all this other shit got to the point to where they was tackling the running backs. And like, I don't even know if this the play where they should have scored a fucking touchdown. They were down there fucking first and fucking goal. They jam everybody up. I fucking hate when they do this. They jam everybody up. You got 3 tight ends in the game and 1 wide receiver. Not even your top wide receiver. It was Dorsett, offset. You got 3 tight ends, and then you got a Dorsett on lined up on the outside, and you run the goddamn ball. Didn't fool nobody. Not one goddamn person. Because by the time they run out, they was running off to the right. By the time they gave Pierce the ball, it was a fucking dude right on him. He was right behind the quarterback. The quarterback is get the ball, get ready to hand it off. It's already a goddamn dude standing there right behind the running back, just waiting for you to hand that motherfucker off. You know what I'm saying? Stop jumbling motherfuckers up in the middle of the goddamn field and running the goddamn ball. I don't get that. I don't understand it. I wouldn't do it. As a coach, I wouldn't fucking do it. I wouldn't fucking do it. Not unless you've already established your dominance on the front line to where you could just line up and get 2-3 yards. You know what I'm saying? Texas ain't done that. You know what I'm saying? Texas ain't done that. I mean, early in the game, you think they would have, but I guess they thought they would have, but they didn't run the ball right up the fucking middle. They ran it off tackle and got tackled. Like for goddamn 3-4 yard loss, you sitting right there on the fucking 2 or 3 yard line or whatever the fuck they was. End up with a fucking field goal. Come to find out, if you could have got a goddamn touchdown, you would have won the goddamn game. Wasn't like. Yeah, that shit gets on my fucking nerves, man. Stop jumbling motherfuckers up. You gonna bring everybody on the defense right the fuck here. You gonna bring them all right the fuck here, and we gonna run right the fuck here. Make them work. Spread them out, man. Don't make no fucking sense. You see them, they do this stupid shit where they have the fucking tackles out in the fucking slots. Yeah, the tackles out in the fucking slots. They did this shit in the first game. I don't know if they did it in the second game. And they did in this game. The offense come out there and both of the tackles are way out in the slots next to the fucking receivers. And then they bring everybody in. And then they line up in a regular ass. Why the fuck you need to do that? Why? Why the fuck they know goddamn well you not finna run no goddamn play with both of your fucking offensive tackles out on the fucking sideline? That's fucking dumb. What are you doing? You just making yourself, you overthinking it. You over fucking thinking it. You know what I'm saying? You over fucking thinking it. Just line your ass up. You run some motion, you'll see who the fuck moving. Why the fuck you gotta do that shit? You gotta tell me, yeah, they want to make the defensive think. You ain't making it. You making yourself look real dumb. You know what I'm saying? When you try to look extra smart, you make yourself look real dumb. Because you start running screens to your fucking slowest fucking player on fucking third and long. You run the fucking screen, and it's funny how they always run a screen. They screens never work. That never work. I ain't seen the screenplay work for the Texans since Arian Foster was fucking here. A screen ain't worked for the Texans since we had fucking Matt Schaub at quarterback. Slow ass Matt Schaub always end up, I talked about this last week. It's like, they do a little fucking play action. Matt Schaub is way on the fucking outside, way by himself. Matt Schaub is the slowest person on fucking earth. Is fucking Davis Mills slower than Matt Schaub? Probably so, because he ain't got no goddamn footwork. Maybe they need to do like a little naked boot, but we ain't got the receivers for that. Our receivers don't get open. You know what I'm saying? You want to throw the ball downfield, that's fine, but the only person that can get to you, the only person that can open up downfield is fucking Brandon Cooks. Well, that's fine. That Brandon Cooks can get upfield, for those kind of opportunities. But you got to throw the ball to the shortest man on the goddamn field. Usually with two other people, hawking the ball. So he ain't gonna catch those. More than likely he not. I think I'd have seen him catch one. But that's all effort of the wide receiver. At that point, you just throwing it up for whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? You don't got no big ass Julio Jones or nobody like that you can just reliably just throw shit up for a jump ball. You don't throw shit up for a fucking jump ball to the shortest person on the field. You just don't. Which is part of the problem. Because they don't have that option. They don't have that fucking option. They have to fine tune their offense. They got to find a way to where 1, 2, 3, gone. 1, 2, 3, gone. If that means you got a bitch fucking Nico Collins for somebody that's quicker and faster that can get off for coverage and won't get jammed up at the fucking line, then do it. You gotta sign somebody else off the goddamn street that do it. You know what I'm saying? Do it. But Brad Mills, I just can't get it over enough. Davis Mills cannot hold the ball for 4 or 5 seconds. Every time he does, nothing good happens. It's just like, 1, 2, 3. At that point, you like, okay, somebody's about to sack him, or he finna throw the ball out of fucking bounds. Because nothing good happens when he held the ball for more than 3 goddamn seconds. I'm watching Joe Burrow. Look at he running, throwing on the move. You know that shit? You see quarterbacks, they get out, they throw on the move, They do this shit and throw on the move. You don't get none of that from Davis Mills. None of that. If it ain't got to the point to where Davis Mills is thrown on the move, the play is already over with. The play is already over with, man. It is. I have yet to see him be able to extend the play. You don't expect him. You don't see fucking Brady doing it. You know what I'm saying? You don't see Brady. You kind of compare this man to Brady, but that's the mold. That's the mold. You know what I'm saying? He's not Mahomes. He's not Rodgers. He's not any of these other quarterbacks that have quarterback skills, but also have legs where they can be like, hey, I'm running, motherfucker. No, he's not one of those. He's one-dimensional, just like Brady, but he's not good as Brady. He's not. Everybody, that's not even shit that I really need to say. But that's the mold. That's the kind of offense you have to put around him. That means they got tight ends. Farrell Brown, the thing I don't like about Farrell Brown is that he's a shit talker. And he had one thing that happened last year, as far as all the what you hear on the TV or whatnot when you're watching the game. And Farrell Brown was talking shit to the other team during the week. About he gonna do this and go do that and blah blah blah. He talking shit. I guess a whole bunch of players do that. This motherfucker catch up. I think it was one of them games where I didn't get to watch the game until like middle of the first quarter or some shit like that. And the shit was kind of going stupid already. Come to find out, it was either the first or second play of the game. He got a pass, got hit and fumbled the ball. And the other team got it. I'm like, really? Dude, you was talking shit. And on the first guy, I think it was the first play of the game, if I remember it correctly. In the first play of the game, you get a pass, and you fucking fumble and give it up for a turnover. But you talking shit. Shut the fuck up. I ain't liked him since. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't. Because they already had a bunch of other tight ends on the team. They had Jordan Akins, who just played today, scored a touchdown. He wasn't on the fucking roster. Like, why? For whatever reason, he wasn't on the roster. The other player that they brought in later on last year, Brevin Jordan, the small receiver, tight end. He wasn't number 5, so he a receiver fucking tight end. Number 9 or number 5, one of those. And I was like, yeah, I kind of like that dude. He's just a bigger receiver. You know what I'm saying? I don't never really see him line up on the edge of the line. I guess he does, but he always like in the slot or some shit like that. Put him on that fucking outside shit. But yeah. But I guess I don't know what it was, but they've always had tight ends. But for whatever reason, as of now, lately, I mean, you don't see them in the mix much. You used to always see them in the mix. With the last couple of coaches that the tight ends used to always be in the mix with the last couple of coaches that they had. Now, not so much. Now they need to be in the mix. They need to be in the mix. Oh, excuse me. They need to. Because I think right now you got better tight ends than you do receivers. With the exception of Brandon Cooks. But like I say, he's a small dude that can only do so goddamn much. You know what I'm saying? That's the best receiver you gonna get for that goddamn size. I'm sorry. Anybody that size and anybody with his specs, and there's a bunch of people out there with their specs, they don't use them the same way. You know what I'm saying? They don't use them the same way. Or they just on a whole lot better teams to where they can make use of them. Here, they're not going to make use of Brandon Cooks because they don't have the capability to. Brandon, I was going to say Brandon Mills. Goddamn, I'm calling him everything. Davis Mills has to be able to get rid of the ball in 3 goddamn seconds. You can't fucking, 1, 2, 3. Ball should be gone or he should be in the motion of throwing. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it gotta be. Watch this. Fucking Rodgers, man, get the fuck out of here. I'm missing that. That's what I need to be doing right now. I need to be watching the fucking Packers and Buccaneers instead of shooting this fucking video. That's what the fuck I need to be doing. But it's fucked up when I watch this. I get to see all the shit that the other NFL teams do that the Texans can't do. What's this? Watch this. Downfield, blam, wide the fuck ass open. Kirk Cousins, man. I mean, that's a good quarterback, but still, yeah, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Just what the fuck ever. And what else I want to talk about today with the fucking Texans? As far as their defense is concerned, they are too. I guess most teams do this at a certain point. They too involved with trying to strip the goddamn ball. They don't tackle motherfuckers, man. They don't. The reason why they damn near last in the league in rushing defense. God damn, the fuck. The reason why is because they too busy trying to strip the goddamn ball. You know, if you watch them trying to tackle somebody, it's like watching the Texans trying to tackle somebody. It's like watching a bunch of people with their hands attached to their elbows. That's all they got to tackle people with. Their arms is only about this long with the little hands right here, and they got to try to grab and tackle people like this. That's it. That's what the Texans look like trying to tackle motherfuckers. Because they so busy stripping at the ball, a motherfucker, man, look. Other teams do this shit too, but they tackle motherfuckers. That's why, you know, our running backs get tackled. Our running backs run up and down, they get tackled. They running backs run into our defense, and our defense start doing this shit, scrapping at the goddamn ball, as the running back is steady running up the fucking field. The motherfucker, you scratching at the goddamn ball, he done ran for fucking 7-8 goddamn yards. There was a point in this game where I watched them. It was like 3 or 4 or 5 plays in a row where they actually did not tackle the fucking person with the ball. The play got fucking blown dead for lack of progression. You know how it is. You know, you get a big pile of motherfuckers down, and then if the referee just blow it dead. It happened like 3 or 4 or 5 plays in a row where they didn't even tackle a dude. They just crowded around the guy and started doing this shit. Tackle him, and when the announcer was like, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, you go for the strip and all this other shit, but the defensive job is to get the guy down. You steady giving up yards and shit, scrapping at the ball, and then when they do grab a hold of a motherfucker, they can't tackle them. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching, they like, or they'll hit a motherfucker. No, motherfucker, grab him. What the fuck are you doing? Grab the dude. If they did as much grabbing as they do in the goddamn defensive backfield, they could tackle them. You get a play. They get defensive holding. Blah, fucking somebody in the fucking secondary. What the fuck are you doing? They did that fucking Jonathan fucking Owens got a fucking holding penalty on a fucking punt return. On the they on the little, what the fuck they call them dudes, that the sniper guys that run up the sideline for the punt team. You know, they on him. You got a fucking holding call. Why are you even touching that dude? You jam him off the line and you run next to him. That's what the fuck you do. He was holding and grabbing. You got a whole fiance people won't fucking stop talking about. Why the fuck you got a hold and grab hold of that dude? You got something to grab on. Why you feeling the holding on that dude like that? Why? And it be like that for motherfuckers in the secondary. Why you gotta hold that dude? You know it's a goddamn penalty. They got referees and cameras all over the goddamn place. Why are you holding? Why are you holding? It be the same for the offensive line. They be grabbing motherfuckers. Why are you doing that? They need to have it to where I should be able to be like, okay, this is how I'm gonna run my fucking team. Everybody on the offensive line is playing with boxing gloves on. We gonna put, this is how we playing the game. We gonna have boxing gloves with the little team logo on it. This is how we gonna fucking play. We gonna lose, whatever. We gonna play. We all gonna have fucking boxing gloves on. We ain't doing this holding shit. Y'all don't need to do nothing. If it's a fumble, you just fall on it. You ain't supposed to be picking that shit up no way. All the offensive linemen fucking have fucking boxing gloves on. You ain't grabbing hold of shit. No holding. Move your goddamn feet. You know, peep at your goddamn hip. This is one of them things where I'm like, okay, you doing this shit, and the dude, man, turn your goddamn hips and run with the dude. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point, you can't keep shuffling and shit. Turn your fucking hips and run the dude up the goddamn field. That's what you do. You turn your hips. You steady trying to shift and do this shit. They shift. They shuffle and do this shit as the dude is running fucking by him. No, motherfucker, turn your hips and push the motherfucker up the goddamn field. A motherfucker can run a whole lot faster than you this way than you can sideways or backwards. So you got to do your best to change your angle and just push the motherfucker up the field. You can still keep your goddamn feet separated, but you got to fucking turn and push. You a fucking offensive lineman, you biggest motherfuckers out there. You have to do that with your goddamn quarterback. Your quarterback ain't running nowhere. You know what I'm saying? He ain't for to duck up under some shit and take off on the goddamn field and run for 7 yards before. You know, no, that's not for the fucking happen. You have to fucking be able to fucking fine-tune your offense to the people you have, not to what the fuck you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Davis Mills is a good enough quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Now, he had the little interception at the end of the game, but at the end of the day, that ball was tipped. You know, that ball was tipped at the line. That shit happened. You know what I'm saying? I can see if he just threw a goddamn, just a fucked up ass pass downfield. But no, it was tipped, and it's like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You would get mad at shit like that at a bad pass because that pass was probably going to be caught. You know what I'm saying? It would have been close because ain't none of our receivers that ever fucking wide the fuck open. But it would have been a contested catch if you would have caught it. But it was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Dude was able to run under there and grab it. And damn near had a pick six. You know, Davis Mills saved that, but it didn't fucking matter because they still fucking lost. They keep the field range. So what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It's just, what are you going to do? There's a whole lot of adjustments you got to make. Am I going to come out here next week, watch the game, and watch a bunch? They play against the Chargers next week. I'm thinking that's a little bit better team than the ones they've been playing. Because, I mean, they've been in these games. I don't know about the Chargers. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch all these games, so I don't know who's really good and who's not. I'm not watching no fucking 60 Minutes. Let me go. I got to go back to... I keep forgetting that I'm watching... when you're watching... there we go, Green Bay and Bucket. At least I get to see a pocket passer that know what the fuck he's doing. It'd be nice if Davis Mills was savvy. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a pocket passer. He ain't as good as Brady, and he ain't as savvy as like Rodgers or fucking Mahomes. Rodgers and Mahomes are kind of the same. You know what I'm saying? They both do like unorthodox ass shit. And they be throwing the ball like this, you know, shuffling, and they do all kind of other shit. Can throw off the wrong foot, all kind of shit. You can throw off the wrong foot as long as your shoulders are square and shit like that. Every time I've seen Brad Mills. God, who the fuck is Brad Mills? I'm gonna have to look it up. But every time Mills do it, it look like something horrible done happened. It does. It just every time he everything, you know, when Mahomes or fucking Rodgers have to start moving around and they do one of them funky ass passes. You know, it's, you know, you be like, oh, some shit finna happen. Nah, Mills, if he got, and he don't, I don't know if I've ever seen him have to do that shit. He might have to. He a tall quarterback, you know, but still. 7-3, Packers beat the Bucks. Man, I don't know, man. They need receivers. They do. They need receivers. I promise you, that next draft, they going for receivers. You ain't necessarily got to go away from Mills. You ain't necessarily got to go away from Mills, but you gonna have to get you I don't know nothing about their backup. Everybody was saying some of Kyle Allen is the backup quarterback. I know they put Driscoll in there because he's one of those running quarterbacks, and they put him in there for that Wildcat shit. But Kyle Allen is kind of, I didn't watch preseason. It's kind of oh shit. Now I broke my goddamn stop. Oh, it was already. Kyle Allen is who most people think should be playing. I couldn't say. I don't know. I just know what I seen from Mills last year and this year. And from what I've seen, that's how it's fucking supposed to be. Get some fucking receivers, dude. No offensive linemen. Offensive linemen hold up as much as they need to. I ain't gonna say it's the best offensive line, but for the most part, they fucking adequate. They got guys on the outside, Howard and Titus. Howard and Titus. That's the same Titus Howard. That's the same dude. Tunsil and Howard on the outside. Those names that I've heard around here for a while. So I'm like, okay. You know, then you got the inside guys, the guards, and I don't know their names. I really don't. But for the most part, you know, I mean, that shit falls apart. But, you know, when they do a running play and they get blown up in the fucking backfield, or, you know, Brad Mills, what the fuck? Whatever. Quarterback get back there, and, you know, before he can even turn around to look at somebody, that shit happens to everybody. It don't happen all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? It don't happen all the goddamn time. It ain't like fucking when the Texans had fucking David Court, that fucking quarterback, and it was just fucking ridiculous. Like, what the fuck? But the offensive line, okay. Running back, okay. They gonna have what's his name, Pierce, holding on to the goddamn ball like in fucking whatever that goddamn movie was, and it's all fucking receivers. It's all receivers. That's the reason why it's the offense is being held up is because nobody's open downfield. 3 or 4 times in a game, you'll catch a motherfucker. Look at this. You know, just watching other teams. I'm like, why the Texans can't do that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, they got fucking Rodgers at quarterback. I'm watching the Green Bay game, but watch this. Look at this. Look at that. If Davis Mills was in the pocket that goddamn long, play is over with. You know what I'm saying? It's over with. Because every time, like what Rodgers just got through doing, every time I keep calling this dude Brad Mills. Every time, watch this. Throw the ball up the field. It just the Texans can't do that. It just, you know, he broke outside the pocket. There's a dude running up right along the line of scrimmage, another receiver. He just dump it to the dude run up the fucking field. You know, he don't have the mobility to do that, you know, first of all. But the reads, it's just like as soon as we get down, when he get down to the check, right? Boom, boom. However many reads you got to make before you get to the point to where you throwing it off to the running back or the tight end or whoever, you know, is down in the zone or whatever. Every time we do that, check. You know what I'm saying? He got to check it down. Boom. You throw it to the running back. He get tackled right the fuck there. It ain't none of this shit. And he run up for like 3 or 4 yards. No, ain't none of that shit. You reach. You throw it to the tight end. Boom. He down right there. It ain't no running up the field for a couple extra yards. No, the motherfucker get tackled right there. You just did all that shit for like a 2-yard goddamn game. You know what I'm saying? That's when he gets to make his reads. Other than that, it's usually throw the ball out of fucking bounds. Throw the ball out. I'm so sick of seeing Mills throw the goddamn ball out of fucking bounds, man. Y'all ain't got no other goddamn place but a fucking out route. Why the out route can't be from the inside man? You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, if it was from the inside man, with the way these motherfuckers running, they got to cover too. It's gonna be a guy sitting right there anyway. But you know how you break that? You know, if it's a guy sitting too low, the goddamn out goes to the corner. You know what I'm saying? You throw on top of the goddamn corner. You know, and usually there'll be a safety right there, but that's where you fucking break right here, right here, corner safety. You know where you break that zone? Right here, right there, and you got to make one of those fucked up ass perfect throws. You got to be, whew. And I have to put all, you know, and I be watching these games and shit. I be like, okay, once you see all the camera angles and stuff, you be like, yeah, it's kind of goddamn difficult. Because you sitting here wondering, you know, even when I'm sitting here fussing and shit, when I see where the quarterbacks have to throw the ball, you have to throw the ball over and underneath. You know what I'm saying? Literally, you have to throw the ball over the goddamn line of scrimmage and underneath the coverage. That's why you usually have tall quarterbacks. That's why small quarterbacks are not as desirable unless they just gifted. You know what I'm saying? And they usually have to be gifted like Drew Brees or somebody that's, when you got one of the small quarterbacks that can just, you know, they got the game in their head. They don't have to, you know, they can eat your ass up other kind of ways. Everybody else, you know, you gotta throw in between motherfuckers. That's why motherfuckers be batting balls down at the line of scrimmage. Okay, that's why you can't be, you gotta have shifty eyes. You can't be just looking at one motherfucker and shit. I think that's something they had to get Brad Mills. God damn it! They have to get Mills off of. That dude's name is Brad now. He played like a Brad. The only other Brad I know that was a quarterback was Brad Johnson. I think he got a Super Bowl ring, so yeah, not even that. Has there been another Brad quarterback? I don't know. That's the only one I remember, goddammit. But anyway, I ain't really got nothing else to say about the fucking Texans. Don't start that fighting shit. Why? Why do they do that? Cooper Kupp. See, why we? That's what I'm saying. You got. Well, I mean, the Rams are obviously a better ass team. Well, we ain't got receivers that can do that. We can't get motherfuckers that just fuck people up every goddamn week. Win or lose, Cooper Kupp is just fucking people up. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck are he doing where they can get open all the goddamn time? Well, we can't do that. We need fucking receivers. Man, get the fuck out of here. We do. We need goddamn receivers. We need receivers. We don't have receivers. The fact that we don't have receivers is what's clogging up the goddamn offense right now. And I am very understandable that you just don't find them motherfuckers just all over the goddamn place. You know what I'm saying? But the Texans gonna have to. They gonna, you know, with the way shit going now, they ain't no use to them keeping Cooks. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no point in keeping Cooks. He ain't gonna do shit here. It's kind of like Mark Ingram. They had Mark Ingram last year. I mean, he wasn't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? But what's the point of having him? They had too many running backs last year anyway. I mean, what's the point of having damn, what the fuck? What's the point of having Mark Ingram? You paying him a bunch of money and he ain't gonna produce. You know what I'm saying? The team ain't good enough for him to do what you gonna pay him for. So they got rid of him. And he went back to fucking New Orleans where he is now. First game back, I was watching that game where their first game back. And yeah. Just the 2 first runs I saw him do was more than I seen him do the first couple games with the goddamn Texans. So, yeah. At that point, he's like, yeah, it's the Texans. It wasn't him. Even though I ain't real big on Mark Ingram, but never have been. To tell you the truth, but I'm like, you know, he been around for a reason. But he went for the do shit here. Got rid of him. We got Cooks, but what's the point of having Cooks? You know what I'm saying? He getting paid the most money out of anybody. Ain't no point of having him because our team is not gonna benefit from his skills. You know what I'm saying? When the trading and shit start, I expect to see him out of here. Because ain't no point of keeping him. Unless you gonna bring another big ass receiver in here to play along with him, there's no point of having Brandon Cooks on the team. There's a lot of other teams out there that be slobbing at the mouth to have Brandon Cooks right about now. And I tell you right now, if he go to another team and he get inserted into the offense right off the top, it'll be obvious that it was the offense here and not Brandon Cooks. You know what I'm saying? It'll be obvious. I was gonna say, yeah, well, anywhere. Just tell you the truth, anywhere. Any fucking where. Like fucking stick them in like Tampa Bay. You know what I'm saying? They having all kind of problems with they fucking receivers right about now. They are. Shit, Brandon Cooks down there, man. Look at here. Eat them boys up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, eat them boys up. With a quarterback like Brady. Eat them up. They'll be having 200-yard games or some shit. I don't know. Just eat their goddamn lunch. It just would. Even if you put them on fucking Green Bay, eat their goddamn lunch. I was gonna say stick them in I was gonna say stick them with the Rams. Yeah, eat their lunch. Well, that's where the fuck he came from. So I don't know, man. Anyway, else he be doing just fine. He ain't gonna do shit here. If you can't utilize that dude, put him somewhere and free up your goddamn cap space. So, if you can get another receiver, you get somebody, you know what I'm saying, that fits the bill. You need a speed guy, but he not the speed guy you need because you're not using him like that. He not a deep threat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, spec-wise, he should be a deep threat. But he's not the person that you be like, okay, we got to watch him down the goddamn field. He probably think he is. You know what I'm saying? In the right offense, but in this offense, he not. We don't have that. You know what I'm saying? Get a motherfucker that you can put down the sideline. Like a real, watch this. Look at this. Wide the fuck ass open. To the fucking tight end of all people. Why our offense can't do that, man? Because we don't have a mobile quarterback. And our fucking offensive coordinator is not. He is not organizing his fucking talent well. You know what I'm saying? And if that's not the guy, look at that bootleg. Have I did that? I don't think I ever watched the fucking Texans. What's his name do a bootleg? The Texans. I don't think so. I don't think he's I don't think Mills is a bootleg quarterback. But shit, Matt Schaub did it. If Matt Schaub can do it, fucking Mills can do it. And Matt Schaub was mighty goddamn successful while he was here, except for when he got cursed. He got cursed. I don't know what the fuck happened to Matt Schaub. Matt Schaub was doing really goddamn good here until a certain point, and it just went like, he just wasn't good no more. I don't know what the fuck happened to Matt Schaub, but Matt Schaub was good for a couple years, and then he just went just straight turn to shit. I don't know, but you know, I think they had fucking better receivers back then. I don't even know who the hell was on the team other than fucking Andre Johnson back in those days. But they can run all kind of shit. It was versatile, man. They had a top-notch receiver in Andre Johnson. He wasn't a big play guy, but he was a motherfucker that caught all the goddamn balls. And then you had Arian Foster. For whatever reason, you know, they had the little offensive scheme, the little zone blocking scheme that was just kind of like a perfect storm for him, you know, because he's not a fast guy, but he was able to get up in there and hit them goddamn holes. And they was able to have that scheme along with being able to run fucking a bunch of screenplays. You know what I'm saying? Boom, they do some shit, you know, with the play action and all kind of stuff. Where you had, apparently they had some threats downfield to keep people honest, to be able to run bootlegs and all kind of shit, to where they could throw a screen pass like Aaron Foster and have him run up the field for about 30, 40 goddamn yards because he wasn't breaking off and running off away from nobody. But like, why we can't do that? You know what I'm saying? Dude, we ain't got to copy that offense, but I'm like, we should be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? We should be able to do that. I don't know. I'm looking at our offensive linemen. Our offensive linemen don't look like the run off downfield type. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. Larry Tunsil and Titus Howard like two big giant fucking tackles. I don't even know if you want to have those guys off running up the field doing shit. I think what you want them to do is right the fuck right there. But, you know what I'm saying, it's part of every offense. It's in everybody's playbook at some point, even if they don't run it or not. But when the Texans do it now, I ain't never seen it work. Every time I've seen them run a pass, a screen or some shit like that, or try to run one of those little hitch plays to the receiver, that shit don't never work. That shit don't never work. I think they tried that shit last year where they tried to run a hitch play to one of the receivers. They throwing it to a receiver. I'm like, when have you ever seen that motherfucker break a tackle and run around anybody? I mean, they running the plays, but they running the plays without the personnel that they need to fucking execute this shit. We don't have nobody on our team that can do that. The only person on our team that can do it like a hitch play or some shit like that is fucking Brandon Cooks. That's it. Maybe Chris Moore, but they don't do that. Maybe we need to just have two small receivers on the outside. Put Chris Moore on one side and put Brandon on the other. If we got two of them fast motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Put the big motherfucker in the slot. Put him in the fucking slot so you can run his ass on drags and shit across the middle of the goddamn field where he need to be. Because on the outside is not, you know, we don't have that. We just don't. We don't. It's depressing. You know, that's why I like talking like this, because I'm like, the more I talk about it, the more I get in my head. It's the receivers, man. I'm gonna hop my ass on Facebook. I'm gonna hop my ass. There's gonna be people talking shit like hell on one of them. I was wondering what the fuck they doing. They got a dude sitting on the ground on the sideline. There's a bunch of dudes standing around him, holding towels and shit. I think they said something about icy towels, but the dude was sitting on the ground. I'm like, why would y'all be standing around him holding towels and shit? But they in fucking Tampa, so I can kind of. There was a dude from Green Bay too, so it's just like, he down in fucking Tampa. It's fucking 95 degrees here in Houston. They just on the other side of the goddamn Gulf of Mexico, a little bit more soft than we are. I'm pretty sure it's nice and fucking hot and humid out there right now. Oh man. Later on in the year, it'd probably be lovely playing in Tampa. But this time of year, September, fuck you. Fuck you playing in Tampa in fucking September. It's fucking 90-something degrees outside. You about to fucking die. Look at it. Yeah, it's 100 fucking degrees, dude. I'm looking at they got the thermometer right there on the sideline. It's 100 fucking degrees down there on the field. It's 100 degrees on the field. I'm like, Yeah, anyway, let me get out of here. I will catch y'all on the flip side, man. My next football talk. Talking about the Texans and whatnot, be fussing and shit. They play the Chargers next week, I think. And I don't know if I'm gonna be at that game. If I'm a friend of mine supposed to let me know if he gonna have tickets for that game or not. Just like the Colts game, but I couldn't get in the Colts game because I don't have a fucking clear backpack. But anyway, I know now. If I do end up going to that, I'll have a whole video throughout the whole fucking day, so including at the game and all that shit. You know, it'll be one of those event videos that I make when I'm doing something. I just shoot videos throughout the day, just put in one big video. So I will catch y'all. Hopefully I end up at the game. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go to the game or not. Now that I think about it, just anyway, I'm gonna catch y'all later. Yeah, and this is one thing I had to add. As soon as I cut the video off, I saw some shit during this goddamn what the hell? Amsterdam. Goddamn. I saw some shit that happened during this goddamn Tampa Bay when Brady was quarterbacking and shit. Is that from me watching this little bit part of the fucking Tampa Bay game, knowing that, I mean, if you know what's going on, all of his receivers are hurt or out. His top receiver is out. His other receivers are hurt. Tom Brady, that is. And it shows. It's the same thing I was talking about with the fucking Texans. Everything is in order with Tampa Bay. All their receivers are hurt. Tom Brady can't do shit. All his receivers are hurt. And his top receiver that he did have, dumbass, got his ass fucking suspended for fighting. Stupid ass. I was watching that game. But yeah, that kind of validates my point. I'm sitting here watching Tom Brady look like Davis Mills. Why? Because he ain't got no receivers. He just got sacked because nobody could get open downfield. I'm going to watch the rest of this game and see. I got to see. I know they got Perriman. And then I think after Perriman, it's a bunch of backups. So I'm going to see how Brady do during this goddamn game here. And kind of validate my point on the fact that the Texans suck. Their offense suck right now because they don't have adequate receivers.